Yeah? Right. The YouTube people always get it better because they get us like a couple seconds earlier. Today is, what is the date today? I just saw it. Monday, 27th of November. Those of you who here, who joining us, welcome. We bang on 8 o'clock tonight. And for those of you who missed me, well, spread the word and let's see who else might be out there interested in jumping in this conversation tonight. Fellas, to the early arrivers, fellas, I have some advice for you all. Let me see, let me wait till enough fellas on the thread so I can tell them, fellas, this is for you all. I ain't lying. This, what I'm about to say, fellas, is just for you all. Women, you could share this with the fella in your life, but this is about the men, what I'm about to say. Fellas, pay attention, we're still climbing. I'm waiting for it to climb to a respectable number because I have something that men need to hear. Men alone, sorry women, tonight we're opening with something just for the men. I will keep sharing while the numbers climbing. So you share it up too, please. And tell everybody that we're here, we're inside. Call all the haters to the detractors. They set the time by this, you know. They love up on this party, boy. They need to check and see what we're doing, what we're saying. So make sure they know we're here and watching the numbers while they're climbing. And while the numbers climbing, I can't say it yet, but I have something to say for the fellas alone. And I know you're getting vexed. It's a freak man, fella. Just say the thing and done now. What's all of this stunting about? But it's not. I need the vast majority of men because I want this to go viral quick. Men, if you didn't know what I'm about to say, I'm going to share it 2 more times and then we inside, right? I'm going to share it 2 more times and right. Fellas, yes. Fellas, guys, men, boys, males. If nobody ever told you what I'm about to tell you, what I'm about to tell you is absolute law. Men, this is for you. Men, call the other guys, tag a man. Message them, WhatsApp them, tell them this is critical information, mission critical. You have to know this because I think that a lot of the problems we're having is because men don't know this. And if men knew this, we'd be in a different position. So, I have to share in 1 more group and then I am all yours, 100% undivided, 112.5% VAT inclusive, undivided attention. Just 1 more group. And that's that. I hope you all share it up, let everybody know. YouTube people, you know you have a responsibility too, right? YouTube people, you have a responsibility to share the link to the email it now, share it out with your people, let them know, you know, that this is how, if you're not on Facebook and you're on YouTube, this is how. Anyway, guys, fellas, pay attention to this. This is important. Women, ladies, girls, females, feel free to take this piece of information and give it to your men who you think don't have it. Men, males, boys, guys. This is mission critical. I want you to add that third foundation knowledge. This is it. A woman has the last say in any argument. Anything a man says after that is the start of a whole new argument. Commit that to memory, fellas. Good night to all of the peppers and the soon-to-be peppers. The hot peppers, the sweet peppers, the cool peppers, the pimento peppers. Good night, everybody. Let me get on. Look how this become a thing, eh? Raphael Banfield vexed he didn't have that information before. He'd have saved himself a lot of trouble. Jerome Stone, you too. And that is, think about every argument you ever had before with any woman in your life. The trick is knowing when the argument done. Don't think you could win it. People messaging asking if they could put up a pep flag and a pep banner in their community. Absolutely. It's your party. You don't need permission. We're doing this. You don't do this that way. Only get involved. 7 pot peppers. I don't know what Davica meant by that. Monday now. Dennis knock. Boy, how you going, my brother? You promised to take me for a roti. I'm waiting on that. Lima McLeod Wilkinson said this morning, she said Mondays come every single week. And when she said it, I didn't realize it. I didn't think about it like this. But when she said it, I realized it's true. She said Mondays come every single week, and I still ain't learned how to handle a Monday yet. And that's true, eh? Charlena Birchwood sound like a real sniper. He said he know that long time. Marissa Bash says she's a Maruga Scorpion. Rihanna had to deal with that, not me. Fellas, a woman is like the FBI. Anything she need to find out, she's going to find out. So you might as well just come clean early and save yourself some time. She's like the police. Anything that you say can and will be used against you. So be careful what you're volunteering. You know, we guys in our conversation, we just like to think that I will handle this. That's a rookie mistake. Never ever assume that you can handle a woman in an argument. They've been doing this from very, very small. We think that the kind of bacchanal fight we get into, guys are arguing. No, pal. Women are set out, and this is not sexist. I have 3 sisters, and I have like 10 nieces, and in every organization that I'm a part of, women outnumber the men like 10 to 1. So I've been dealing with this forever. And I want to tell you something. Women set out in an argument with the end in sight, you know. You think you're just having a conversation, and you walking around blissful, sharing whatever pops into your head. Second rookie mistake. Because who are you talking about? Anthony, we're talking about, this is for men. This is some salient advice to men. Accept going in that you lost and take your loss. FBI have nothing on one woman with a plan. Well said, Redos. And I had a girlfriend a long time ago. And we'd be driving down the road. And we might pass a place. And she would say to me, no, but I found out after that she was kind of psycho. But it damaged me a little bit because she had a way, and we would pass somewhere, and she would say, you remember when we went there? And I can't remember. But if I say I can't remember, that's a whole night, whole day, next day fight. So I had to lie and say, yeah, but that was a real good session. That was a good line. But you know what is unfair? If I pass and I see a place and say, hey, remember when we went there? And she don't remember, she could say, no, that wasn't me. That must be you and some other woman. And I'm in trouble again. So I learned that there are some things men don't talk about. Hayden Phillips say I am 100% correct. That is a man who has been hurt. But you know, with the world, I'm playing the wrong song. I should play some about women. But men, and we know this, without women, this world wouldn't be the same. Men wouldn't even have language. We wouldn't come out of the cave. Come out of the cave to eat, look for food. But without women, we wouldn't know everything we do. Every single thing we do. You could tell me what was in the first woman's mind who invented a doily, what she was trying to accomplish. And to show you the power of women, the first man who ended up with a doily in his house didn't question it. And all of us dealing with doilies since then. If I rated the woman, Anthony, you know women run things. And I'm waiting to see the woman. I'm waiting to see the woman comments. The Delilah effect. Woman is the most beautiful being. Chalana, talk your talk, my brother. Monday night, Monday the 27th of November. Where did 2017 go? You must not spoil women. Sals, you are a woman. You could say that. Men can say that. And you know, Ali G, happy birthday Ali G from the whole Pep family. I was hoping to see you. Everybody join me in telling Ambassador Ali G a happy birthday, please. One of the hardest working peppers out there. Nas Gafu said, behind every great man is a good woman with a 2x4. Calypso. Happy birthday, Ali. So, Saturday night, all those who miss Pepper and Param only real miss out. Now, as a fella, I can't drink, yeah? I mean, I can't drink. 2 drinks and as anybody's. But Saturday night, they introduced me to Tito vodka, boy. I given Tito a free ad. I gave them a free ad on my thing because the Tito vodka and pineapple juice went down well. It went down well. I said, me and Uncle Tito is friend for Christmas. So we will see. And, looking, can you put me on the... Yes, somebody is messaging about getting... People don't realize we live. So we'll talk after. Happy birthday, Ali G. Everybody give Ali some love. They would call her stinker. You, well, brother, you're in trouble. Happy birthday, Ali. Give her some love. Pour out some love there for Ali. She's a darling. Today we launched a campaign called Only the PEP. I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people forming political parties. And again, we applaud that. We applaud. We want more political parties. We want more political representation, not less. This concentration of people into, all of us who is one race in this party or that party. That's madness. Total madness. And that are done. So don't think we're knocking it at all. But you see, the People's Partnership made a mess of politics in this country by taking some flip-flop parties, because not everything called a party is a party. Somebody shared a video on Facebook about 2 fellas sitting down in a car, holding a steering wheel like they're stunting going down the road, you know, everybody like in the self music playing and they're having a time. And when you take the long view, they have no bonnet, they have no engine, they have no wheels, they have no doors. So they say, no, a car that can't go nowhere. It look like a car, they say, no, a car, and it pass for a car. But it can't go nowhere. And that's the point I want to make. Some fellas added me to a thread. I know half of them watching the video tonight. I ain't knocking it. But I had to tell them before I exited the thread. Ali G, I want to be there. Tag me in that when you deal with Tim Ali. He looked for that, let's see you get. Anyway, so they put me in this group today. And half of them know about the Progressive Empowerment Party. And they say that they want to have a conversation about forming another political party. So I said to them, I said, listen. This is not an easy thing to do. Forming a political party is not just about WeVex. We formed the Progressive Empowerment Party January 17th. We launched it. But we working on it over a year before that to get us to here. And when we launched January 17, 2017, I mean, the amount of work we did, I'll tell you, January 17th is my birthday, and people will say that was never deliberate, you know. We were working so hard. Harry Hunt, Misty, Ian Griffith, and a couple others. We were working so hard getting ready for that launch that when they checked the calendar and they found a good day that we could do it on this day, It didn't even cross my mind that that was my birthday. That's to show you. Anyway, so 10 months ago, we went public with the PEP. And from then, and every member of the Progressive Empowerment Party could tell you, it has been, now it's a labor of love. We work together, we work hard, we fight, sometimes we cuss, we vex, but that's what sometimes hard work is like that. And it's a difficult thing because they have two cockroach party outside, they want to mash we up bad. And then they have some junior cockroaches who jump in the dance looking to make their bones, want to just be talking about us. But you see how all them things fall apart? See how they don't even have legs anymore, they can't say anything anymore, all them days done. We still have 3 years to go. So we there. We come in and watch me. Bob Marley say frighten them. No, frighten them. You see that handful of people who pressure Trinidadians for the past 55 years, all you know all yourself. All in the business community who in the business of taking advantage of people, the banksters who colluded with politicians to remove regulations so that banksters and banks could get away with the madness that banks getting away with, and the unethical professionals, the alphabets of accounting firms that produce fictional accounts to fool the public while people raid corporations and leave the people with no choice but to bail it out. I mean, Clico has cost this country and the taxpayers of this country $50 billion. They keep talking about 25 billion. But I'll tell you something. It's nearly 10 years that passed. And if Trinidad take up that $25 billion, because we take up $25 billion and bail out Clico, and if we had take up that $25 billion and we had gone chase Manhattan Bank and we say, look, but I'm a fixed deposit, 10%. It's $25 billion, you gain your 10%. We would have made our next $25 billion almost by now. We lost all that. We lost all of that. And it was PricewaterhouseCoopers that helped them get away with that. And PricewaterhouseCoopers still getting government contracts. This is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. You get whatever you want. But Bob Marley say, frighten them. Hey boy, that's a song I wanted, not that song. But I now remember, I wanted to play a song. Facebook has given me a real stress when I play copyright songs, but I really wanted to play this song because we need to hear this kind of jam. I wonder if I get it though. I wonder if I will get it. I hope it don't affect the numbers. Let me see. I'm talking plenty different things. I'll come together, you'll see, you know. People forming political party that have no structure. And to form a political party is not just boss man thing. You ever hear them say, plenty chief, no Indian in the tribe? I sit down in the COP. And for years, watch people fight down one another for position. That is not what a political party is. A political party is from the ground up. Come in the PEP on a Saturday. Push that door for the first time. And see the kind of attention you get. The kind of service you get. The kind of questions. The kind of... They treat you like you are the purpose for us gathering. That is what a political party is. Service. The well-being of the citizenry. And people keep missing this. And the day we stop missing this is the day we will solve these problems. Listen, the well-being of the citizenry is the purpose of government. That is the purpose. Without that, you have no use for government. Government job is not to stunt and walk up and down on stage in fancy clothes like Raoul and his wife and play the fool like Stuart and Ram Logan and them. All these blue light specialists, all these, listen, we've had mocking pretenders. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. When Chikadal say mocking pretenders, you know what I was talking about? But where there's a will, hear what I tell you? Where Where there's a will, there's always a way. Here what I'm telling you now. A political party is built on service from the ground up. On the Progressive Empowerment Party, we say we are committed to this, being servants who lead and leaders who serve. That's our job. And I keep saying that anybody who walk in the party that want to be big shot, they just find themselves in the wrong party, because we here. We're not going to forget. We're not going to forget. We're not going to forget. Listen, our plain talk bad manners position tonight is this. And we're respectful. If you're coming into the political game now at this point to stunt, don't do it. You're going to hurt people. You're going to hurt people. You're going to lead people astray. We have people in the Progressive Empowerment Party. At this point, if you ask me to name every team, I couldn't. If you ask me to name every organization within the party and who the leaders are, I couldn't. I have to go and check. The party is deep. It's broad. It has people with authority and teams responsible for delivering. We have multiples of tracks going forward at the same time. We tell one another, the most important thing is everything. Communications, fundraising, membership, constituency, build out. I mean, everything is the most important thing. We treat our teams like that. We meet on a Saturday, every Saturday before the public meeting. We've started having a month now, something we call cabinet. And we meet for an hour before the meeting, and everybody has a minute or two to say where their team is at this point in time, because it's a relay. And I watch the crew of people that they add me to on this thread, and all of them are long-time contributors to the political conversation. But not one of them, not one in that thread, have what it takes to build a real political party. Building a real political party is walking through the mall and a man stop you and talk. You see, building a real political party, the whole country have my cell phone number, my WhatsApp. The whole country now to reach me. My Facebook open to the world. You have to be a real jackass scared to get blocked on my Facebook. I have two pages, and I manage my personal profile and a fan page. But we also have the Progressive Empowerment Party page, and we have the Progressive Empowerment Party group. And all of those things are open to the whole public. On the Progressive Empowerment Party group, we approve posts only because people post in politics some foolishness sometimes. And while I could manage my wall on a timely manner, because I get updates instantly, it puts the other administrators at risk. People could be stupid. So, and they could be downright nasty. Some people come onto the threads to just post foolishness. But anyway, come back to building a political party. The Progressive Empowerment Party, right now, as is, has more structure than the PNM and the UNC. And I will challenge them now. And I will challenge them now to show. We're telling Ali G good night, tonight, happy birthday. Ali G leads our overseas chapters. And in every place that a chapter set up, they are autonomous, working together as part of one massive team. I want to tell you something. We have more structure. I mean, we don't have a fat ass brigade like the PNM. We don't. And the UNC, I know they could drink we under any table, because I understand that they do a lot of their foundation meetings in bars. Now, I'm not saying we are a church group. If you was in Pep and Parag on Saturday, you would have seen that we know how to have fun too. But the country needs sensible leadership. The country needs an organization that understands there are people for positions who can do the job. Give them a goal, a target. Let them say how they will achieve that goal and that target. Show timelines. Give us the deliverables. Explain to us the budgets and the end game. That's how we hope to bring and turn this thing around, because people are asking. They're nervous. People nervous for Trinidad and Tobago. It's feeling very shaky. And while there is an absence there is a total absence of anything like leadership coming out of the government. The opposition worse, because they're in meltdown mode. They can't understand where all the members gone. The UNC tried to figure out where all the members gone. Michaela Pandey had to post, this is the lowest voter turnout in the party's history. And then people sending me pictures of little children with electoral ink on their finger. So I don't know what exactly went on, and it is not my business, because the UNC is not my business, only insofar as they are a political organization that would like to offer themselves for national service. And you have to know what people are capable of. We in the Progressive Empowerment Party is the only party. We are the only people in politics that are dedicated to the rule of democracy. There is no other organization in this country that can say the same. Look at what is going on in the judiciary right now. Our system of justice is being smeared and dirtied. The judges have written to the Chief Justice inviting him to sit and clear his name, because the Chief Justice's name right now in a mess. He and his partner, people saying all kind of things. What he involved in, I hearing, the whole country hearing. He's suing people for saying, like you could get away with bacchanal in the country just to talk about it. That's where they're going. But not even the judiciary, because he tell them no. So all the judges now, like all the lawyers got together and voted him out. Vote of no confidence in Iva Archie. The Law Association, the vast majority say, Iva, we have no confidence in you. He said, to hell with all you. The judges asked him, listen, because since that vote of no confidence, things deteriorated. Things deteriorated. And from the information that I am getting, it stands to deteriorate further. These fellas going to go to war just now, guns blazing, figuratively, to hold on to post and position. That's not democracy. Iva Archie, you need to understand, regardless of how pompous you are and the dress that they put you to wear, that fancy dress when you're in the court, you are still, sir, a public servant beholding to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It is the people of Trinidad and Tobago who pay your salary. You are not above the law. This is not Empire Days, and that is just there. That is just there. My partner, Gary Griffith. I have a problem with how we are appointing a commissioner of police. I do not think we are doing it right. Now, say this. From a law enforcement point of view, I think Gary has a particular skill set. And all the people who want to rush back and tell him, in case Gary not watching the video, listen carefully. I think Gary have a particular skill set that he will bring to the table that will result in some success. But this country is not broken at beat-em level. I had a conversation there, and Gary needs to understand this. I told him, and we fighting over this. Me and Gary, we're friends, I think, but we're still fighting over this. We said, tell Gary, you are too associated with people you shouldn't be associating with as a potential commissioner of police. This is a country where the judges just found out how powerless they are. That is this country. When you see people opening business, I'm watching a man opening multi-million-dollar branches of multiples of businesses every couple of weeks. And they have nobody to say, hey, friend, what is he doing? Where is money coming from? Where? 9 different brands, each one opening branches all over the place. This is a country. You see, this is not just about bad talking people. There's bad talk me all the time. Freak that, you're in public life, take your shit and move. But this is a country that is notorious for drug trafficking and money laundering. And not drug trafficking about stand up on the corner and, hey, you want to get a rock. We just move hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cocaine. They found $500 million worth of cocaine on Mona's Island. All 8 of the people, the drivers and the loaders in the pirogue, in jail for life. The people who brought the cocaine into the country, we don't know their name. We don't know who it is. They never got prosecuted. Nobody was taken before the courts. $500 million worth of coke. $600 million worth of cocaine was intercepted in Norfolk, Virginia, packed properly in a juice company's brand, case pack, box can, whatever. And the Attorney General told this nation in the Parliament that apparently the people used a fraudulent company to ship it. So we can't find them. Now that is so much bullshit, Faris Al-Rawi, because you cannot do that, and I dare him to prove it. But you cannot, because we should try it. Especially friggingly to ship to America. You see, Homeland Security in America is a different animal. Them not normal. One man tried to blow up a plane with his shoes. Now everybody's take off their shoes. One man bring a mix of some liquids. No liquids, not even Gatorade, no juice, no nothing. None. It get ridiculous. It get ridiculous, but we could ship cocaine and evade Homeland Security. And Faris, but they're not even dwelling on that. And then they find the next 400 million. They find nearly $1 billion in a boat hull that came here and outfit in Chagaramas off the coast of Spain. This country is globally notorious as a narcotics transshipment hub. That's what we are. Cocaine. High quality cocaine. This is a country that spent millions of dollars in the 80s. Used a commission of an inquiry. The Scott drug report came out of that inquiry. And the people involved in the business had so much power in this country that it went nowhere. It went nowhere. This is a country where people with power could evade justice. And that can't continue. That cannot continue. We cannot say their names. There is nobody we can go to. I can't go to the Integrity Commission and say, listen, so. They say, but what am I going to tell you, boy? Right now, we have 19 letters from Kirkwaite in fixing TNT that will take me about 10 more years to go through because we don't even have enough money to pay for a secretary. The Integrity Commission have no budget, no authority, no, they can't search, they can't seize, they can't arrest, they can't come out, they can't compel a witness. It's all stunting. And you thinking that it works. I don't like that I live in a country where we have to start with personalities, hope we get the right personality into power, that love the country enough that they put things in place to fix this country. Because these stuntmen and women that have been in governments, they're not it. They're not it. There is no single human being in today. After I wrote a thing on Sunday, sent it out. So I'm trying not to get vexed. But then I watch a conversation between two people and a couple other people that lamenting the condition of the country and the state of the crime. I didn't put my name on it. I sent it out through WhatsApp and it went viral. Because you see, for the some people who want to stop it, they will say, Philip Alexander, don't you? They couldn't stop it. I didn't put my name. Free to the public. And the information was spot on. And it went viral. a woman responded to me and she said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not one of these people you're talking about. I didn't vote for Manning. I voted for Pandey. I said, did you read what you just, what you're commenting on? I don't have to read that. I said, so you didn't even read to understand. You just read to respond. We can't continue like that. We have to, and my friend Andre, trainer in the gym, brilliant guy. Andre said to me, Philip, the small, tiny amount of people that was involved in what happened in Beetham are directly connected to the small handful of people that make up what Trinidad calls its 1%. And those two groups of people are fighting a war. When Peter George Sr., olive oil drizzler, when he had said that he is afraid that the buffer is shrinking. You see, what they want is for when you go to lock up Spanish and Prezi and tire at a bus and stone at a pelt, it mustn't be them. It mustn't be them. It mustn't be them. But Andre said, the people of Trinidad and Tobago have to stop focusing on the two extremes and start to focus on the vast, massive center of this country. All of us. We, the people. It is us. It is us that hold this country up. It is us that own it. It is us that will suffer if we don't properly, cautiously guide it back to some sanity. It is us. We, the people. It is us. The government that you have in power is not a real government. They ain't business about governance. You are getting reports from public servants in the public sector questioning, what exactly are you all doing? You are taking money that are, you see, I use the word mission critical for a reason. I'm going to use that phrase plenty tonight. You are taking money that is mission critical and misusing it. Trinidad, and I keep saying to Trinidad and Tobago, your government has put you in a recession deliberately. What's going on the Beetham is tied to that. That is outcomes and is water cannon for them. Is water cannon for them. You want to fight? We will pay police. And that's what Keith Rowley said. Keith Rowley broke the law twice in one press conference. And not one member of the media said, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up, selector. One, you cannot, under law, instruct the police. Stephen Williams was supposed to stand up and say it to Rowley because James Filbert had said it to Ram Logan. But different horses on different courses. But I don't forget. I remember when Ram Logan, early in the AG thing, jumped out his skin and gave Filbert an instruction. Filbert told Ram Logan publicly, friend, you don't have that authority under law. There is a separation of power. Why didn't Stephen Williams tell Keith Rowley that in that press conference? Different horses, different courses. Yes? That's what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Keith Rowley told the Minister of National Security to order the army. Again, neither you nor he has that authority. Neither of you. But this is a country where you could take a stunt. You can put a failing prime minister to instruct an almost not present commissioner of police who now literally singing for his supper because he wants that commissioner pension. Acting commissioner and bringing the same pension. Please make me commissioner and then fire me so the pension good. Yeah? This is where we at. Now, all of these people have a job based on you. They work for you. How do you say that? I didn't interview them, I didn't hire them. No. But the Constitution, before it says priest, president, police, prime minister, it sees the people the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Whereas the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the Constitution starts there. This is an agreement of us, that we agree that there will be a court system. We agree that there will be a Trinidad and Tobago police service. We agree that there will be a parliament. That's what the Constitution is, an agreement document between all of us. It is our document, and from it flows all of these offices and all of these positions and all of these people, and it is us, we, the people, to fix it. It is up to us, we, the people, to change it. Now, looking at me, you may not be interested because I may not be black enough, or I may not be Indian enough, or I may not be white enough, whatever. But that is not how your politics should be. What your politics, because when you hire a mason, a plumber, an electrician, a surgeon, a driver, his race shouldn't apply. And your personal opinion, let me tell you what's mission critical. The person's ability to do the job. I could dislike you. We could work together if you are capable. That is called emotional intelligence. They've made asses of this country at election time. And because of that, you voted for Jack Warner. And you found reasons to say why. Why you felt the mood to vote for Jack Warner. You voted for Basdio Pandey. You voted for Manning. You voted for Keith Rowley. Everybody in this country knew Keith Rowley. You knew him. You knew what he was capable and incapable of. You knew that voting for Keith meant voting for Colm Imbert, and we knew Colm. We knew Colm a long time. And none of us, not even the ones who trying to make excuses. You see the pictures? They ain't sit down next to them in the P&M stunt show. Nobody want to be part of Colm. But you got yourself to a position, again, where you have to tell yourself, change, exchange. The big money people say, aha, this is what we going to do. Change, exchange, red and ready, yellow steady. 10 million, look 5, look 5. Whichever one or all win, I take back 100. The people lose. We, the people, lose. Every time you vote one of these failed political parties into office, we, the people, we lose. Our laws are overdue for updating, repeal, rewrite, overdue. Nobody's doing it. The recall legislation that took Prakash Ramadan and the People's Partnership 5 years, between 2010 and 2015, could be done in 48 hours. It is literally a copy and paste. The laws exist. But we vote stunt men and women into office, and we settle for stunts. We settle for stunts. I remember watching a game of football, and my partner say, boy, this team playing so much stupidness. If I was the manager, I would look for a man in the stands wearing a team jersey and put him in. And we laugh. But that seems to be where we get to in the politics. We don't like Robbie, we got try Manning. We don't like Manning, we try Pandey. We don't like Pandey, we try Manning again. We don't like Manning, try Pandey one more time. We don't like Pandey now, let's try Kamla. We don't like Kamla, we try Rowley. This is the bullshit of us. We, the people, have done this, okay? I hear you. Mission critical. The 1%ers have understood. Keep fooling you with bullshit parties. Give your bullshit parties as your alternatives. So you will say, boy, that's a bullshit party. PNM, UNC, PNM, UNC, PNM. Ready, yellow, steady. Because the rest of them is bullshit. Samuel Stafford came with bullshit. Samuel Stafford formed a party, got a logo, he himself and a cigar. And I want to tell Samuel Stafford something tonight. You're making jokes about you because we get a picture with you in the hot tub hugging up your man. And you're trying to make a joke about my sexuality. I want to tell you something. Some of my best friends gays. So I have a problem with that. Jason Jones, the activist who fighting for recognition of rights for the gay community, trying to do, he's my good partner, and he could tell us, advise him. And I have no problem with this, brothers. I tell you this. I want you to understand something, Samuel Stafford. If I was to become gay, I sure there are plenty better looking men in this country than you for me. So I telling you, slow your roll. Stop making them kind of Right? We have as options. Look at it. Look at what the ILP was. The ILP was Jack Warner in green. It gave you jokers and stunters. Corned beef man. The ILP was Jack Warner and corned beef man. Carolyn C. Prasad Becha is now the political leader of a coffin in a cemetery. All the Congress of the People can do. All it can do is say, we have 450 people in a maxi. We're willing to give all of them votes. That is all. That is all. She is the political leader of a coffin in a cemetery. That is all. People tell me in a meeting Saturday, they go into a meeting for a party named PAC. They call the political leader. I say, PAC, what's this about? I say, oh, we ain't really ready yet. I say, well, what y'all did? We ain't do nothing yet. I say, so, well, you having meetings? Well, we had a meeting and you're registered? No. You're organized? No. You have a plan? No. You have a manifesto? No. You have a policy? No. But you're a party? Well, not really. Just stop wasting people's time. Stop wasting people's time. I know it hard. I know it hard to get along with everybody. Jesus Christ, with his 12 disciples, had a Judas. And that was Jesus Christ. One of Gandhi's closest friends killed him. Listen. I know it's not easy. Not everything I say, you could love. Not everything we stand for. I argued with a guy tonight. He is adamant against our policy that we will make sure minimum wage earners could be homeowners. And we have a policy. We want to offer everybody who has a job up to $1.5 million. Zero deposit, zero interest. That means you can have a house. It is possible to build a house for $100,000. And we will make that possible. And we will make the land available. And we will get professionals involved to help. And we will make it possible. Because you see, and I told the gentleman, I said, listen to me, do not vote for us. Keep your vote. But we're doing this. Because the $50 billion that Clico went with could have built a house for everybody in this country. So miss me with the bullshit. And Taruba and Kuva Hospital, them is houses. That could have fixed people. I want to tell you why house is important. When you give a family a home, you change the game. You change the game. This is not just where we live in. It's we home. And it's something to defend. We have a stake in the country. We have a stake in the community. We are shareholders in the country. When you give people the opportunity to own a home, they're willing to raise the national flag. We are now part of Trinidad and Tobago. When you do that, you give fathers the incentive to stay home and raise sons and daughters. You give mothers, husbands, no longer child father and child mother. You give them opportunities to come together because right now it is difficult. It is difficult. Two people could love each other till they're blue. But it is impossible to get their broods together. It's not possible. It is difficult. And that is baseline well-being of the citizenry. If our people can't afford to own a home, the country has already failed. It has already failed. If our minimum wage, Suzette Lawa, our deputy political leader, said today, and she's spot on, if our minimum wage is not a living wage, it's a joke. Our people need to be able, this is what we must set. We must say our line, this is our line, minimum wage. That means you cannot fall below that. Government has a responsibility. See all this CPEP and URP bullshit that they're enslaving you with? We want to make sure that every single person in this country who wants to work could have a job. And we want to make it so that if you have a job, even if it's a minimum wage job, that you would respect the job because you have a mortgage to pay and you can afford food for your family. And the education that your children get in, the teacher and beating the child. It ain't jackassery. It's well-planned, organized, put together, governed systems. We have an entire country where nothing works. And you cannot excuse that away. I watched a gentleman on a conversation tonight, and I had to tell Dilwood. Dilwood was commenting, trying to educate the guy, and I said, Dilwood, this is the challenge. I don't know how many of the abused are so enamored with the abusers that they don't understand what the role of government is. Keith Rowley stunting on the catwalk is fine. In a country where mommy not soothing babies with hungry belly. We need to understand that the country is broken at a fundamental level. When a man willing to run out in the street and pelt stone and bust a bus windscreen, it is not because he's an asshole or has nothing in his head. It is because you've left him nothing. And argue all you want. Whatever going on, he can't do that. Okay. But there's a reason he shouldn't do that. Okay. But there's a reason Martin Luther King said a riot is the language of the unheard. You have to give people redress. People need to be able to come and say, hey, we're suffering here. We are not taking care of our people at the lowest level. I'll tell you something here. Housing for all, affordable food, education that works, healthcare that delivers. You wouldn't need a crime plan. You wouldn't need a crime plan. The only crime plan you will need is a white-collar crime plan. That's the crime plan I want. I want a white-collar crime plan. I want to go to the Chamber of Commerce. I said, let's talk. Let's talk. Where were you when your members were raping the country? Where were you? Where were you, Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, when Kiss and Quelo breaking the law every single day, vending illegally on the side of the road? Why are you not putting out a release? But DOMA, quick to put out a release when people vending on the side of the road. And those things bother me. Because if we treat our people like that, how we expect them to treat us? I mean, this is counterintuitive, basic common sense. You treat people with respect, they respect you. You treat people like dog, they bite you. We are at a point in this country now where neither of those political parties have an excuse or an idea. The Progressive Empowerment Party, we put it out today. We put out lists today. Only the PEP has a home ownership policy for all, including minimum wage earners. Only the PEP has an education policy that abolishes the SCA and makes all schools 10-year prestige schools. Only the PEP has a plan to secure the nation's borders, ending the gun, drug, and human trafficking scourges once and for all. Only the PEP has a food policy that sees this nation food independent in 5 years and a net food exporter in 10. Only the PEP has a plan to decentralize healthcare to all 41 constituencies through the establishment of 41 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week constituency healthcare centers complete with accident and emergency, casualty and minor surgery suite could stabilize and anything. Only the PEP will decentralize cabinet authority back to the citizenry through 41 funded constituency boards of supervisors instead of a central government posturing and posing and deciding who get to eat at the constituency level 41 times. You get your share of the budget. You have responsibility for health, education, public utilities, public works and security at your level. Only the PEP has a plan to offer all first-time homeowners loans up to $1.5 million, zero deposit, zero interest for 30 years. Let me explain to the people who detracting that. I want to tell you something here. This country, third wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere, all that money belongs to all the people and everybody should get a share. And that is a loan, not a handout. That is an opportunity. Only the PEP will motivate and incentivize law enforcement and reward officers for successful criminal prosecution. I want to see my law-abiding, decent, hard-working police officers driving nice cars. I want to see them living in nice houses based on hard work. I want to give them that. The record works because the record man and the police and everybody getting paid. Pay our police better. Only the PEP will clean up the police service through rewards up to $100,000 that lead to prosecution of corrupt police officers. It's time to clean it up too. It's time to clean it up too. Only the PEP will put a bounty on illegal guns. Zero tolerance for guns and gun crimes. Chop saw and smelter. Bring it in, you get $1,000. Bring it in, but first we have to shut the borders down so you can't import more. Only the PEP will decriminalize cannabis and create a medicinal marijuana farm program for use in healthcare and for export. Only the PEP will tax plastic bottles at the manufacture and import stage to offer cash incentive for those who return for refund. That means the lowest you could reach in society is I can't walk nowhere. I'm ugly and I smell and stink and they don't want to hire me. I could still go and pick up plastic bottles because they have 10 million plastic bottles. Do you know that this country consumes, I think it's 50 million plastic bottles a month? Insane! 50 million plastic bottles. Do the arithmetic. I could take all the homeless, all the indigent, all the unhireable, all the untouchables and make them millionaires off your plastic bottles that causing flood in the river. We're using 50 million bottles, plastic bottles a month. Only the PEP will put a 25-cent tax at the manufacture and the import stage. So when you pick it up from the river, and these people will pick the country clean. They will pick it clean and they will get their money. And then we will break that plastic down to pebbles and use them in construction, especially noise cancellation and road building. Only the PEP will be bringing to law an animal bill of rights to protect all animals from neglect and abuse. You see the jackass with the 50 iguanas in that picture? He had a jail to make. That is so unfair. I don't like lizards. Only the PEP will create a proper children's services to intervene immediately in cases of abuse or neglect. If you find children posing with guns anywhere, children's services supposed to intervene, even if it's the Attorney General children. Only the PEP will undo and redo the entire system of justice to expedite matters and protect citizens from legal abuse and malpractice. Only the PEP will enact recallers law to fire errant and or non-performing MPs and public servants. We say that is our first act in government. Only the PEP will abolish the RHAs, the THA, local government, and replace all of that with functional representation at the constituency level. Only the PEP will shut down all non-essential state boards and companies, especially those special purpose companies, UDCOT, Sport, TT, EMBD, EFCL, all of them that wasting people's money, and will return the nation to a robust, transparent tender system. Only the PEP has a plan to decentralize water production to guarantee water for all within 5 years. No longer will WASA sit down in Farm Road, St. Joseph and determine who gets water. All 41 constituencies will have a public utilities supervisor, and his job will be to identify well water, water retention, desalination, or bulk water. You have 4 choices. Get water to the people. Only the PEP will incentivize the use of alternative energy and allow for homeowners to sell energy back to the grid. If you are in a house that's using 500 kilobytes or kilowatts, and at the end of the month you're plugged into the grid, but all of your energy use is solar or wind or whatever alternative energy you use, and you've actually harvested more than you use and sent it back into the grid, you get a bill, you get a check. Only the PEP will make jobs for all a government priority. That should be this government's first mission. That should be Stuntman Rowley's first press conference. We, the government, guarantee we will work to get a job for everybody who wants a job. That's the government's job. And if the government doesn't understand their job, you should fire them. But the fact that we have people who cannot be gainfully employed, who cannot go forward, we have a problem. Only the PEP guarantees that all contracts for work done within constituencies must be given to companies and members of that constituency. Understand what that means. That we will be creating a situation where the money would literally drill right down. We will make sure that all contractors would be guided by national standards. All contractors must be licensed and bonded, all tradespeople certified and registered. But we will make sure that people at every level, so no more overnight billionaires. Only the PEP will guarantee small business development through transparent and easy to access government support. What does that mean? You should be able to access financial support, and financial support doesn't only mean a check. You could go to a meeting and you could sit down and you could say that I'm a manufacturer, I'm a small manufacturer, I manufacture jewelry, I manufacture candles, I'm a seamstress, I'm a tailor, I'm a baker, and this is what I do. Do you know that the #1 baker in the world is a Trinidadian for cakes? Michelle Sohan, Bakery Treats, Shaguanas. If you've not been to Bakery Treats, Shaguanas, go Bakery Treats, Shaguanas. It's after you pass Price Plaza, between Price Plaza and the entrance to Lanch Park, Shaguanas. I want to tell you something. Michelle Sohan, go to her. She just flew the red, white, and black in Italy and won best cake in the entire world against people from France and England and America. Best in the absolute freaking world. She can access finance. She's telling me she can't get US to keep her materials flowing. She's watching other people open bakeries, 5, 6, 7, 8 branches. She doesn't know how that's happening because she's the best in the friggin' world. And she can't do it. A progressive empowerment party government will sit with you and look at what you earn, for what it costs you. We will help you rationalize your recurring expenditure to increase your profits. The bigger you grow, the more people you can hire. We have a vested interest because we say jobs for all is a government priority. So people like Michelle Sohan at Bakery Treats, we need to make sure she opens 5 branches too. And if her business is sustainable, we need to see that. Because if we help her open branches, she now employs a lot more people, helping us achieve our objectives. And we want to sit with you, the tailor, the seamstress, the candle maker, and we see and we say, okay, look, see that bill? 22% of your expense every month is electricity. We will carry that for 3 years. And we've seen that 52% of your expenses is rent. We will give you facilities to use for 3 years rent-free. We just took off about 85% of all of your expenses to get you functional. What would you be able to do if you had that money free to go into inventory? Where would you then be able to go? And that is the conversation you need to have. And we will monitor. You will have a case officer. So you say, well, then my inventory and my production could increase by 33%. And in 3 months or 6 months, I could be here. Okay. We're going to do it with you, and we're going to monitor you. Make sure you hit those numbers. Only the PEP will regulate the financial sector, abolish bank fees, and stipulate interest to be paid on depositors' funds. I am adamant about this. What goes on in this country with these banks is a crime. It is an absolute crime. Banks should be paying interest on depositors' funds, and banks should not be charging you for the services they provide. This is insanity, and we have to regulate and we have to fix it. Only the PEP will open up the banking sector to global competition to the benefit of consumers. All of a sudden, you have 30 brands a bank. It's not just Scotia Republic, Royal FCB. Pressure, 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 pressure. It is now 30 brands from all over the world. People offering you all kind of things. Come on, bank with me. Only the PEP will do that. Yeah? Only the PEP will relocate and decentralize all state and government offices out of Port of Spain to end the daily traffic nightmare commute. 200 to 250,000 people drive into Port of Spain every morning, drive out every evening, and that is pure insanity. It doesn't have to continue. It would be cheaper than any other plan to take all of those offices and build them in a proper government campus in the center of the island and everybody go there. Only the PEP will bring to justice all those who have pilfered the public purse and put to auction all proceeds from corruption and self-enrichment. We will make sure that if you can't tell us while you were in public office, especially a public office holder, show us where that money comes from. Only the PEP will make campaign finance law. that levels the play field and protects elections from financial abuse. We know that when elections is called, we are not taking deep pocket financier money. So we're going into that straight up to fight an election. But there are going to be people who are going to bet against us because of the things that we're talking about. So they will put money in the PLM and the UNC hand to stunt, to buy up all the TV time, although TV time don't really matter anymore because of social media. And all the see Guardian media closing down. But they will buy up all the TV time and they will buy full page ads in the newspaper and buy up all the talk time on the radio just to drown anybody else out. We will pass something called equal time law. And that means, let's say Power 102. Power 102 has 40 hours or 80 hours of available talk time according to their license. Because remember, they just are building with some equipment without the state license. And guess what? That license, it belongs to you. And with an equal time law, every candidate for election is entitled to the same amount of time. All of a sudden, that game can't play no more. And for offenders who break the campaign finance cap, disqualification. Only the PEP will regulate insurance companies and guarantee payment of claims within 3 months by penalty of law. And I'll tell you what that means. Insurance companies have been playing the fool with the people in this country for far too long. For far too long, you've been dutifully paying your money, and insurance companies, the owners of insurance companies are some of the richest sons of bitches in this country. And I say it so because you don't look back at the people who gave you the lifestyle. When they come to make their claim, it's bullshit and nonsense. I will never forget. I drive a van, it was brand spanking new, it was about 2 months old, and a bus inside PTSC compound bounced it, and Tatil, who had the contract for PTSC, tell me, well, it's not new, so we could only give you used parts. My pickup truck was 2 or 3 months old. That is madness. Only the PEP will abolish the $5,000 deposit required to contest elections, opening the process to all. It should cost you $500. You should say, you know what? I run in for election. When people ask why more independents don't go up, $5,000 is a lot of money to spend. Only the PEP will remove the Port of Spain out of Port of Spain and put it in Point Lisas where it belongs. 90% of the traffic coming out of the port that causes unnecessary traffic doesn't have to happen. You're driving it out of Port of Spain, put it somewhere else. Only the PEP will make law requiring all tradesmen, all technicians, all sole proprietors to be licensed to protect consumers from quacks. You're hiring an electrician, you're hiring a plumber, you're going by a hairdresser, you don't have these people trained, and when they're done and it mash up and it's spoiled, they have no money. Even you take them to court, they don't have 5 cents to hang on them up. Only the PEP will replace the Labas with a commercial zone to provide employment and development of opportunities for residents. Our idea and our plan is to take what is the Labas now and make it a massive duty-free zone so that businesses, international businesses, could be encouraged to come here and set up shop for 10 years. The kind of deals you hear that they want to make for scandals, we want to make that for real companies and give those companies opportunities to come here and provide real employment opportunities to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. These are some of the ideas of the Progressive Empowerment Party. All of those plans, all of those programs, all of those ideas empower the people and flip the script. It is time the people of this country benefited as citizens and voted into office a government who understands that the well-being of the citizenry is the only purpose for government. That's where we're at.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's fate. One use it well
before it's too late.
If it is that who you're voting,
fail beyond a doubt when you're voting. Go and ask Kamla and Keith, what's your plans for the country? What's your plan? Especially Keith. You in government. Where are we going?
if it is the time is now that change should come about.
Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out.
If they can see,
Vote them out.
stick your finger and
Vote them out.
show them
Vote them out.
Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Let's put our country together again.
Put them out of power to be reign. Let's put our country together again.
What is the PNM's plan? Even the PNM supporters, I just told you the PEP plans. What's the UNC plans? Nobody know. Come to office, find a stunt, give me a contract, spend the billions, go away. How is that governance? You must know at every level what they plan to do for you.
If for 30 years,
55 years.
voting them in.
And it's only tears as soon as they win.
They give you big words
And enslave your soul, promising you roads.
and giving potholes.
If they are the reason why,
The economy would sprout.
when you're voting, who to blame if not God?
If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout.
When you're voting,
If it is the building ISAs,
east, west, north, and south, just as how you vote them in, register and
totally
vote them out,
take your finger and
vote them out,
rescue the country.
vote them out.
Put them out with tempo. They have been paid
Let's put our country
together again. Put them out with calypso and joyous refrain. Let's put our country together again.
I have some information for you. We're going to run a little late tonight.
If their policy
It's a fallacy,
bureaucracy,
a catastrophe.
if they cannot cope, and you see it so,
Then your only hope is for them to go.
if it is fabrication, these statements that they spout.
When you're voting,
If it is that frustration, does make you want to shout.
when you're voting,
Before they misuse of teapots and loud and mix up,
just
that you vote them in. Register and all of them.
vote them out.
Take your finger and them on the system.
Them and the whole system, undo and redo.
And import a spade.
Let's put our country together again.
Put them out in Kabuto and in Larobe. Let's put our country together again.
Take this video, give it to Kamala, give it to Rowley. Say why you all can't do this for the people. Waste. Saturday coming is the 2nd of December. 2nd of December, Saturday, 2nd of December 2017. This Saturday at noon, we in the Southern Auditorium, Center Point Mall, Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas. So Central and South, come out. This is for you. This Saturday at noon, we in Chaguanas. That's opposite Mid-Center Mall.
People must come first.
Citizens by right.
None of we are worse.
Yellow, black or white.
Food, shelter and clothes.
Free movement and speech.
A garden that grows.
And one law for each.
If it is that injustice is what they always show.
When you're voting,
If it is that
when you're voting, if it is it's just a puppy show. When elections day come, all bandit must go. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Total scorn. Let me tell you something. Get ready. Get yourself ready. All joke and all fun aside. Get yourself ready. You know, elections must come. We must be ready. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we must stand together. Red, white, black, green, and every shade in between. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, one people under one flag. Tell them go and stunt somewhere else. Miss we with the bullshit. Red and ready, yellow and steady, same handful of salt. Listen, we're running out of time. Forget the nonsense and the bullshit and the side talk and the bad talk and the old talk. Them things ain't helping we. All of a sudden you can't get US dollars. Why? Why you can't get US dollars? Starbucks opening every week a new branch. That costs US dollars. Where Mute getting that money from? Where Prestige Holdings getting that money from to be opening all them branches? Look at the kind of things that opening up and stocking in them malls. Hundreds of millions of US dollars. Where those people getting that money from? I'll tell you what. The business community is colluding with the government to make it hard for the average person to shop. Because you were shopping online and you were traveling and you were shopping, they've limited you now. Because they want to make it possible for you to have no choice but to go in their malls and shop. And they want to gouge you. And you know it's 10 times the price. It's 10 times. Wayne Sturge put up a picture of a housing for a mirror and a BMW. $600 US online. $10,000 in Trinidad. It's insanity. These people have done us wrong forever. We have to undo and redo this country from the ground up. You cannot have a business community controlling all the foreign exchange and the people have to suck salt. That is madness. The money belongs to the people. It belongs to the people. And we are going to have to understand that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to insist that better be done. We have to start to insist. I am asking each and every one of you to link up with others. 5 people, 10 people. You just get your sphere of influence together and tell them to grow their spheres of influence too. We need to bring thousands of people out this Saturday at noon in Chaguanas, Ramsaran Southern Auditorium, Center Point Mall, Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas. There are plenty parking. Come down Saturday and let's do this. For the people who come in from South and Central who had difficulty coming to Stanmore Avenue, once a month we come in Central to make it easier. We're going to be going to Rima too. I think they're organizing that. But right now, this Saturday the 2nd, we're happening. Also, Pep Jobs. It was in Newsday today, which amazed me that they realized that is news, that a political party is helping people get jobs. Pep Jobs continues this Saturday, same time noon, in this same place, this same auditorium. If you are unemployed or underemployed, come, walk with your resume, walk with whatever certificates you have or anything, whatever you have, just come and fill out a form and they will help you get a job. That's what we're trying to do. peptrinbago@gmail.com. That's the email address for those of you who want to contact us for anything else. Send an email and we will answer you. Pep app, P-E-P-A-P-P, that is available on all the app stores. It's free to download. Go on, it's for you. peptt.com, that's the website. It's updated regularly and all the information is there. We are building your political party from the ground up. It is our intention that all of the classes of this country get the same attention. They say a rising tide lifts all boats. If the lowest class get put on an even keel, all the classes will do well, the middle class, and then the 1%ers can do what they want. But the reality of our situation is we cannot continue. We can no longer continue to close our eyes and pretend that other people have our interests. They never have. They never have. If either of those parties had cared about this country, things could never be this bad. This is the 3rd wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Somebody have to find out and tell me where the money from our pitch lake goes. Because that alone, that paving 80% of the roads in the world, the pitch lake alone can mine this whole country. The best cocoa in the world in Trinidad, but we're not growing cocoa. It is madness right or wrong. Forcing a recession to collapse the country. This government needs to be fired. We need to build and we need to get into office. This Saturday at noon, come out in your numbers. See you tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago. Stay safe.